Most people think pain is proof that God has abandoned them. But here's the shocking truth. Your suffering isn't a curse, it's a process. What feels like punishment is often preparation. The fire you hate today may be the very thing forging your breakthrough tomorrow. Strange, isn't it, that the nights you wish would end quickly might be the seasons God uses to build your greatest strength? Look around. So many try to escape pain, medicate it, or silence it, believing that comfort equals blessing. Yet diamonds aren't born in comfort, they're born in pressure. And gold doesn't shine in silence, it shines after fire. What if the very storms you're begging God to remove are the same storms designed to reveal His protection, His promises, and your true identity? This isn't just another message about patience. It's a roadmap through fire, silence, trials, and pressure, showing you that every tear is carrying you toward destiny. If you've ever wondered why life feels heavy, chaotic, or unfair, you're about to see it differently. Because hidden inside your suffering is the very key that unlocks your glorious future. The fire you're walking through isn't designed to destroy you. It's meant for refinement. Just like gold only shines after enduring the furnace, your suffering today is part of a divine process shaping your destiny. The pain you feel now is not wasted. It's God's way of preparing you for the weight of greater promises. Think about it. Nobody carries a diamond straight from the dirt. It's cut, polished, and pressured before revealing its brilliance. In the same way, the trials pressing on your soul are forging resilience, strength, and unshakable faith. That's why what looks like suffering is often hidden blessings in disguise. A person who's walked through fire knows the difference between cheap metal and real gold. When you've been refined, your courage carries a different authority. You don't just talk about endurance, you embody it. So when you feel the fire burning close, remember it's not meant to consume you, but to transform you. The divine plan never wastes pain. It uses it as raw material for your glorious future. That's why storms that look unbearable now will one day become testimonies of victory. And if the fire feels silent today, wait, because the next stage of this process leads into something even deeper.
Think of it like seeds planted deep underground. You don't hear them, you don't see them, but growth is happening in secret. Pressure, soil, and darkness don't stop destiny. They prepare it. That's why silence isn't punishment, it's process. A person waiting in trust gains more spiritual depth than someone who rushes in noise. Endurance in the quiet builds the kind of strength no storm can steal. So while the silence feels heavy, remember, you're not stuck, you're being shaped. The hidden blessings of this season will soon take form for everyone to see. The potter's work is patient but powerful, and when he finally lifts his hands, the result is undeniable. And just when you think silence is all you'll ever know, pain steps in, not to crush you, but to reveal something even greater. It's easy to talk about faith when everything goes smoothly, but true faith is tested in the fire of pain. Suffering strips away the surface and shows what's really inside. When someone walks through storms, their identity in God is either shaken or made unshakable. That's why pain isn't just suffering, it's a mirror that reveals your essence. It exposes whether your anchor is in shifting sand or in eternal truth. Think about moments when life knocked you down. Did you quit, or did you find hidden strength you didn't know you had? That strength didn't come from comfort, it was forged in trial. Pain often teaches more than success ever could. When you realize suffering is part of a divine process, it becomes less of an enemy and more of a teacher, pointing you toward growth and resilience. And here's the beauty. God never wastes pain. Every tear has purpose. Every trial builds endurance. Every wound can lead to inner healing. Brokenness doesn't disqualify you, it prepares you. So when the fire of suffering reveals your essence, it's only setting the stage for something far greater. And as purpose begins to emerge from the ashes, you'll see that your suffering has always had an address. Nothing you've lived through is wasted. Every tear has an address. Every trial is tied to purpose, and every moment of pain is connected to God's plan. The process hurts, but it builds. What feels like chaos today is often divine construction for tomorrow. Just like an architect doesn't show the blueprint to the bricks, God sometimes hides his design until the foundation is strong enough to carry the weight.
Suffering, then, is not the final destination, it's the road. Think about a long journey where detours feel frustrating, yet they guide you to the right place. In the same way, trials redirect us toward destiny. Emotional healing often begins when you stop fighting the process and start trusting God's timing. Pain becomes lighter when you realize it's not random, it's targeted preparation. So the suffering you face carries your name because it's designed for your growth, not your destruction. Every hidden work, every silent night, every storm has a purpose stitched into it. And when you finally see the restoration that comes after, you'll realize the sacrifice was never in vain. But the journey doesn't end here, because even in the fire, you were never left alone. God never promised the absence of suffering, but He did promise His unfailing presence. When the fire surrounds you, His protection becomes the shield that keeps you standing. You may feel the heat, but you're never consumed, because His steadfast love guards your path. What breaks others can actually become the furnace of your breakthrough when you know you're not walking alone. Think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the blazing furnace. Everyone thought the fire would end their story, but instead, it revealed God's presence in the most undeniable way. That's the same truth for your life. The storm may rage, but His covenant keeps you covered. The trials don't mean abandonment, they mean refinement with divine companionship. So the next time pain whispers, "You're alone," answer with eternal truth, "I am chosen, loved, and never forsaken." The fire doesn't erase destiny, it confirms it. And as you step out of the furnace, your resilience shines brighter than gold. Yet even then, the pressure of life won't disappear. It will shift into another form, shaping you still further. Diamonds are born under pressure, and so are people of unshakable faith. The weight that seems unbearable today is the very tool shaping your destiny. Pressure doesn't mean punishment, it's hidden promotion. Every trial pressing on you is carving out resilience, endurance, and spiritual depth that comfort alone could never create. What feels like breaking is often God's way of building.
Think of an athlete training with heavy resistance. The weight that exhausts the body also develops strength for the race ahead. In the same way, the pressure you feel now is equipping you for assignments you can't even see yet. The hidden blessings of this season lie in the growth happening beneath the surface. Trusting God in the squeeze produces a confidence that storms can't steal. So don't despise the pressure. It's proof that purpose is at work. You're not being crushed, you're being crafted. The furnace of life is not your grave, it's your classroom. And just when you think you can't bear the weight any longer, breakthrough shows up, reminding you that every struggle was preparing you for triumph. Now, the question is, what will you do with this truth? Will you keep seeing pain as punishment, or will you finally embrace it as the furnace of your refinement? Every trial you face carries within it a hidden blessing, but it only transforms when you decide to trust God's process. The fire doesn't define you, it refines you. So let me ask you, where have you been resisting the silence, the pressure, or the storm? What if the very place you've been crying out for escape is the exact place God is shaping your destiny? Don't let this just be another message you hear and forget. Let it be the spark that shifts how you walk through life. If this word spoke to you, take the next step. Apply it. And before you go, subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it, and activate notifications. Because this is only the beginning of your journey to spiritual depth, courage, and breakthrough.